All right, so we're going to cover some closer training. This is something that we want all new closers to go through and be trained on before they actually start closing deals. Because one thing we found, when somebody begins to close as a new closer, almost every time we see a higher spike in pull rate or cancellations because people they don't follow the same system that works currently. So we're going to cover just a couple of things that you need to know when you close somebody to prevent those cancellations from happening. So I've got some notes here that I'm going to look at, but the first thing is understanding that you just got a sale. It's completed, it's done. Last thing you want to do is have that person cancel. The easiest thing to do is be able to hold on to that person and save that person. And just knowing that you can do a few things before you actually finish with that person makes all the difference in the world when it comes to hanging on to that person and making sure that they do not cancel. So just knowing that we want to hang on to those individuals. They've already said yes, they've already given their credit card, they've already engaged in the program somewhat, they filled out all the stuff in compliance, they're ready to go. We don't want to lose those individuals. Second thing, you've got to understand that a lot of these people, and we've got to help them understand when their mindset, when they come into the program, we've got to help them realize that the return on investment could be exponential for them, right? Because if you can remove some of those limiting beliefs, those blocks that have held them back for so many years in their life, have prevented them from reaching some of the goals that they hope to attain, it's hard to put a number on that. And it's not just something that affects them and improves them, but it improves all their generations, right? Because they start thinking differently, they start educating differently, they start inspiring those around them differently because their mindset is different, because their blocks and limiting beliefs are now gone. So the third thing, when you finish up the sale, let's say you've gone through it, you've talked to the individual, you've got them to the point where they've now given you the credit card, they're ready to enroll in the program, there's a few things I want you to do here. So, and these are the important parts that I really want you to write down. Number one, I want you to get a commitment from them. Okay? Now this is a commitment not to you as the sales individual, but it's a commitment to themselves. Actually, it's a commitment to their goals. So when you go through them, say, listen, I've talked to quite a few people that have come into the program. And one thing I look from everybody that gets enrolled, that starts working with a coach, is a commitment to your goals. And you restate their goals, you restate their dreams, whatever it might be, that you are not going to give up, you're not going to quit on you being able to do this, 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 and this. Whatever their goals and dreams are, you restate those, and you ask them very frankly, will you commit to not quitting on yourself and your goals and your dreams that I just stated? And you wait for the response. And then restate to them, so I have a commitment from you that you're not going to quit or give up on yourself. Is that correct? Because it's easy to quit on you or me, but it's a lot harder to quit or give up on their dreams and goals. And so if they did call in to cancel, say down the road, you could always bring it back to, you told me that you were not going to quit or give up on your dreams. So essentially you're saying that those things aren't as important to you as you stated that they were. You always have that to fall back on. So it's very important that you get a commitment from them on their goals and dreams and get them to verbally say it. Okay. Second thing, you want to run them through every scenario that's going to happen in the next 24 hours. And we know exactly what's going to happen. The first thing is fear, right? They're going to wake up first thing in the morning and think, what in the world did I do? I just spent $4,000 on my credit card, $5,000 on my credit card. I can't do that. I'm not in a position to do that. So you want to talk them through that right after the close is done. You want to say, so Dawn, I just want to tell you what's going to happen over the next 24 hours. We've had so many people come to the program, we know exactly what's going to happen and want to walk you through that process. First thing, that fear is going to set in. It always does and it always will. But here's the thing, you can either use fear as a motivator to help you accomplish your goals, or sometimes fear can be a debilitator to hold you back and keeping you in the same rut or feeling stuck where you've been the last few years. So, Dawn, are you going to have that fear be a motivator to you when it pops up and realize that your goals are just that much closer to happening? Yes, I will. So you've got to talk them through the fear that they're going to experience. And it might be a pit in their stomach the very next morning, they might be sick, whatever it is. They've got to know that it's coming and they've got to know how to deal with it. And you've got to very step by step walk them through the process of how it's going to happen and what they've got to do once they experience it. Second thing that they've got to do is, or second thing they've got to understand is there's going to be people they talk to. It might even be loved ones that tell them, you did what? Why did you invest into a program? Are you crazy? You can find that information here. Misery loves company. So there's going to be naysayers out there that are going to tell you that you shouldn't have done that, you made a mistake, and that you're wrong. You've got to let them know that that's going to happen, and that they've got to be strong enough in their convictions and commitment to themselves that they are